Welcome back to Tab. So a lot of you guys were actually asking like, hey Baron, where did the zombie virus first start? Did you guys ever watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy? There's an extended scene. It's the totally accurate extended Fellowship of the Ring, which Fellowship of the Ring is the best movie of all time. Fight me. And the hobbits, they were going on an adventure. They were looking for a shortcut. A shortcut to what? Mushrooms. No, not a shortcut to mushrooms. They were actually going to find Weathertop. Weathertop's this old, like, broken down tower, right? And I think it was from, like, Arnor or something like that, which is like, anyway, I'm rambling now. But they went and found this mysterious woods, and they decided instead of to push the adventure, they were gonna wait till nightfall. I don't know if that's a good idea. The problem is it's a very spooky area of the woods, this is probably Pippin. Pippin is about to pee himself, he's so scared. But things get really, really creepy at night. I mean, there's all kinds of strange stuff going on. I mean, who put all these pumpkins here? And why is there a graveyard? Graveyard is where dead things live. Yeah, it is where dead things live, but dead things can't be alive. How can you explain this? Zombies popping up out of the ground. So zombies really just came from the Fellowship of the Rings, the totally accurate extended version? Zombies are literally spawning from the ground, and I don't know, they're having some kind of strange ritual, I think, but needless to say, the hobbits may not make it all the way to Isengard, much less Mount Doom, if they keep encountering zombies. But we gotta analyze, where did these zombies come from, and was this really the first time they ever came? Well, a lot of people theorize that zombies came from a source of dark magic, and the earliest source of dark magic that is known in the totally accurate battle simulator universe is the Bone Mage. A lot of people thought that he was kind of the first necromancer. So the chieftain of a local tribe didn't really like that, and he decided that it was time to wage war and eliminate basically what he didn't understand. He even brought his war mammoth, Brosiphian. Yep, Brosiphian. What? So the battle lines were drawn, and then all of a sudden, the Bone Mage started summoning zombies from dead bodies from previous battles between the various tribes. And I gotta say that there's nothing scarier than zombies coming out of the ground. I mean, whoa! What just hold the phone. Did that just clone? I don't know what just happened, but needless to say, things get super weird the more you mod this game. I should get I should have to be required to take certain continuing education courses. But you know what? It's whatever. Zombies here once again conquering. Luckily, humanity was pretty spread out and rather sparsely populated. So in the early days, not everyone got overwhelmed. Well, rumor got out that some of the zombies went to a nearby cave. So 3 chieftains allied up their forces because they knew if they couldn't stop it here, they were gonna have some serious issues. But these caves seem to just be a spawning point for the zombies. They just came out of the bowels of the earth and just kept pumping men, taking down units and then converting them to their cause, basically to try to consume all life on the planet. You know, back then they didn't really understand what viruses were, but needless to say, zombieism is the worst form of virus ever. And zombie spawners are freaking awesome, even if they're extremely buggy right now. Oh my god, it's okay. That was... Look at this! It made his head giant. He bounces like a beach ball straight off the cliff. But they did manage to stop the zombies and then block the rock pass by just throwing continuous boulders at it, locking the zombies into the mountain until they would appear again much later. It wasn't until the medieval times and the Black Death that there was a very spooky okay, that's not exactly how it's supposed to be, but a spooky forest where there was rumor of the undead roaming around. I guess some old burial grounds had been cursed. Who knows what? But the king sent one of his best knights, Lancelot, and an entire legion of some of his best troops. And needless to say, all that really did was it caused a few archers to run away, leading an entire horde of the undead, as ravenous as they were for human flesh and, oh my gosh, particularly Borked, to follow them back to the local kingdom. The archers were able to get back a little bit quicker and to prepare the defenses, but can you really prepare yourself for rocket-firing zombies? I think not. But these strange caves kept popping up. Zombies kept popping up literally out of the ground. It's like where one is, they'll attract more. It's like the virus spreads and they activate other dead bodies from the local graveyards and burial grounds of, you know, that could be millennia old. You may not know there's dead people under the ground until all of a sudden they just start popping up and literally tearing down your walls. This is awesome. And it just makes you wonder, right? The king, he set up a decent wall, but eventually it was overran, so he would have had to basically get his whole army. But what could have intervened to stop the great Black Death, the zombie virus of the medieval ages, the totally accurate medieval ages? Because just because you hold back one wave doesn't mean you can hold them all back. Oh my god. I just love it how they're able to literally like come out of the ground. Like, look at that. And then they do some weird wiggly dancing, and then my frames drop to Poo-Poo Town, and look at this, they've got flying zombies too. My god, it doesn't matter. They'll even pick up the stones from your castle walls and throw them on you, or use them to batter down the wall. Oh my god, pick that up. Pick that chunk up. Yes, he's literally carrying one of the platforms. Oh my gosh, I just love it. By the way, as you're watching this, in the comments below, I want you to let me know what mod I should make next, okay? Put it down there, and then we'll get to work on it. Oh my gosh, the zombies are, they act kind of funny. Anyway, the story goes on. Oh, it's incredible. Well, the king of the land approached with an army. He was very desperate. But a local mage said that he could read the ancient texts and look to the stars for salvation if the king could just buy him a little bit of time. So the local mage departed. The king decided to charge in the remnants of the old castle wall that the zombies had previously overran. Sensing live flesh, living bodies that they needed to consume or destroy, the zombies started coming out of their strange holes. They started coming out of the ground to overrun the king. But the king knew that with his mighty Zweihander, he could just buy a little bit of time and buy salvation for his people. Needless to say, the salvation was unidentified. And it wasn't from the ground. I mean, the zombies are coming from the sky, so maybe they needed to look to the heavens too. What is going on with this mod? The zombies just like fly up in the air. I gotta fix that. Oh my god, but it's pretty funny. And dude, the king, you just batted one of your own. I guess he's like, well, if I kill him, the zombies can't get him. But I don't think that's exactly how it works. He's an amazing zombie fighter, by the way. Until he gets ganked and he starts to get bit and the virus slowly spreads, and then he too succumbs to the Black Death, the Black Plague. It's more of a green death, isn't it? You did it though. You bought time. The mage was able to escape. And the mage made it all the way to the ancient temples. Some say Medusa, the secret unit, will be spawned here. Others say it won't. But this was a great place of learning. Any secrets can be found here if you look hard enough. Some even say that this is the text of one of the greatest game developing companies of all time. Some people say he's thinking, other people think he's going to the bathroom. Regardless though, the secrets were found here. It was at the battlefield of the gods that the highest temple could be found and summited. And the mage made it all the way there. And there he learned the secret. He had the power. And no, not the holy hand grenade, even though that looks like it. Oh my god. Can we get a holy hand grenade secret unit? The zombies followed the mage, but the mage had picked a very, very important field to summon his new powers. Is this some source of great power or a device of communication? We can't entirely be certain, but what we do know was he was able to summon beings from outside of this planet, some might say even outside of the solar system, and the aliens came to the aid of man. Some people aren't entirely sure why, but quite simply, it was to secure resources that were to be later consumed and used up by the aliens. So this is what it looks like. The alien UFO. And what's amazing about it is after you start, it can fly around and shoot around like we showed off in the last episode. If you missed that, definitely go check it out. That was the first introduction to the aliens. The zombies have been in for quite a few videos. Oh man, that poor guy's gonna get wrecked. The UFO just kind of like watches and waits, and then eventually will come in and strike with its super laser and wipe out everybody. But if it does need to get in, it can be summoned to land, and then the legs come out, and that's not supposed to happen. So the UFO comes in and lands, and this is my favorite part. The legs come down, the beam comes down, and an alien pops out. And you're like, well, Baron, that's awesome, but I want to see more aliens and more UFOs. I want the biggest aliens versus zombies battle in the history of the Totally Accurate Histories. Well, we can do that for you. Oh my gosh. I gotta say, healers and aliens gotta be one of the best combinations to deal with zombies. And the lightning rays from Crypto here, yeah, from Destroy All Humans, who's excited for that game, are just, they would make Emperor Palpatine blush. Darth Sidious is just jealous. All right. We've got just entirely too many zombies. We've got, oh my gosh. That's the creepiest thing ever. All right, when we unpause time, they literally launch themselves, and then we call in the aliens to land, and look at this. There's 4 of them. I guess one got hit, and then the aliens come out with their like electroshock rays. I want to give them different weapons. What kind of weapons can we give these aliens? And then honestly, like, what other stuff can we give to the zombies? I wanted like a new take on Fern's amazing zombie mod. I still think it's one of the best mods out there in terms of what it does, because you can literally convert anything. It dies and then it immediately joins the undead and these poor aliens. Guys, we need reinforcements. Calling in reinforcements. Everybody send more aliens. We need more. And as soon as you take off, we want more. We need more and more and more aliens. Man, but the spawners are the difficult thing, right? Maybe we need some infantry. What are you doing way back there? Like, there's no way that's gonna work, man. We need you up close and personal. And then the other thing is, like, after he spawns in, I can... Whoa! Hold the phone. I'm trying to become a UFO. Oh, hey you. They're so freaking fast. No wonder people have never been able to really catch these things on camera. Aha, here we go. Okay, so we're gonna fly in. There's the greatest concentration of the undead. And you may be asking yourself, hey Baron, why do the aliens have like the worst Scottish accent I've ever heard? Because it's totally accurate, me boys. Oh my gosh. All right, now can I summon them? Of course I can. So we just dropped them in. This got me thinking, like, how cool would it be to have like a Battle of Hoth where the AT-AT walkers walk in, drop off snow troopers. Like, these kinds of mechanics would be really, really cool. But eventually, I guess going back to the Totally Accurate story, the aliens came in and wiped out all the zombies that were at least known on planet Earth at the time. They were able to shut the tunnels or the portals to some different dimension to keep the zombies out. But unfortunately, the aliens did suffer a lot more casualties than they would have liked. I mean, that's a zombie alien ray gun. So they did have to retreat. They weren't able to assert dominance over mankind and planet Earth. Does that mean we're gonna have an aliens versus people war coming up? Truly is a Mexican standoff where it's zombies versus aliens versus humans. Anyway, thank you for watching another episode of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. If you did enjoy it, pull the trigger on that like button. Let me know what mods we should do next, where this story should go. and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.